Hello, lab rats, and welcome to Frostpunk 2. And the stream starts just as the music does, which is incredible timing. Hi, Maya Sky. This is your first time chatting. Hi, Hetza. Hi, Thorir. Hi, Joltar. Hi, Riakelia. The children yearn for the mines. Yes, we're going to be sending a lot of children to die in the mines. So if you don't know what this is, well, okay, let me explain a bit. No, so if you don't know what this is, Frostpunk is best described as a dystopian alternate history city builder, where basically the historical 19th century supervolcano eruptions of Mount Tambor and Krakatoa, which in real life caused the temperature to drop several degrees worldwide because of the aerosols in the air, happened at the same time and were worse. And also maybe an asteroid hit Argentina at the same time, and also maybe some other stuff happened. And as a result, the world froze over. And we live in one of the last human settlements still standing around a generator built by the failing British Empire in its last days. One of many, although the only one we know of to actually survive. Lots of failed generator settlements. Neo, you're not late. The stream started 2 minutes ago. Anyways, so I didn't actually intend to play this on stream, but I did play. So I played through chapter 1 already. But I ended up deciding partway through that I should totally play this game on stream. This game is really cool, and I need to show it to everybody. So I wanted to play through the rest of the story on stream. We're gonna do steward difficulty, which I should put in the stream title. Yes, I have been threatening Rhea in her DMs to play it because I want her to play it because it's really good. No, I'm not playing on Captain. I don't want to lose in chapter 1. Steward is already really hard. And I have some rambling about climatology I'm probably going to do during Dead Space in this stream. Because while I don't know all that much about meteorology besides some stuff, I know a whole lot about climatology, partially because it's important to understand for evolutionary biology stuff. Hi, Tin Can. Is the BGM a banger? The BGM is an incredible banger. It's by the same composer, so. So, Prologue, The Wanderers. In 1887, the world froze to death. Civilization crumbled. The failing British Empire built generators to support cities of evacuees, cities that would become the last on Earth. Whether huddled by a generator or out in the open frostland, those that survived were shaped by the ordeal. 30 years later, all became very different people. Are we order or faith? Order. So, in the original game, the storm the coldest it gets is down to negative 150 degrees Celsius during the storm, which is at that point you would end up with the permanent collapse of Earth's atmosphere into cold traps, like what happened to Mars. So so that probably would have to include a wind chill to be realistic. I'm just going to comment that. Um, but in terms of the Earth freezing over like this, well, we'll get into the game first. Oh yeah, in the intro.
Captain! Do you hear us?
A generation ago, we fled the crumbling British Empire as the world froze around us. I held New London together.
Yeah, this is the guy we played as in the first game.
United, we survived 30 years of whiteouts. But the world around us is dead. Empty.
It's so British to barely survive an apocalypse and already start doing imperialism.
The city flows.
Vestas.
Merely surviving is not enough. We have to expand. After all, it's us who survived the end of the world. It's us who survived.
Yes. Now what?
You see that, but that's literally I mean, yeah, I'd be saying the same if it was America. Actually, there are Americans in our population. I don't think they ever. They didn't mention it thus far in our game, but like in the first game, you pick up a bunch of survivors from an American city that tried to survive the cold and collapsed horribly. So there are Americans in the city. We've been roaming the frozen desert for years. Many of us do not remember a world before the Great Frost. Now another whiteout is coming, and again we've reached the old machine. Again we will rely on its furnace to provide heat through the storm. In the past, we always made sure there were enough supplies for the next whiteout. But our numbers have grown through the years. Providing for everyone is getting harder and harder. We must survive. We are not playing as New Londoners right now, because this is the tutorial mission. Actually, as far as we know, during the initial storm years, the world all felt roughly the same temperature. So places in the north were more likely to survive because more of the local flora and fauna was adapted. Also, this game is incredibly gorgeous. The old dreadnought remains in pieces under layers of snow, but the scattered wagons still have resources inside. First, we must break ice to reach one of the oil wagons and construct an extraction district to use it. Then we can turn on the dreadnought's furnace to heat us. We will restart the furnace. Okay, let's pause the game. How long is the main game? It's pretty long. So, first we need to do frost breaking to clear terrain to build on. You're going to want to grab that. We are also going to grab some stuff on the other side of the dreadnought. Or housing. Where's the city? We're not playing as the city right now, because this is the tutorial mission, so we're actually playing as a group of nomads. You do encounter later. You do encounter these guys later when you're playing as New London. And knowing already that I'm going to need to do this at some point. Then we'll go like that and like this. Watch, we're not going to even have to make this a big sacrifice question it gives you if you're not doing well enough in the tutorial. We're going to get a perfect score just because the tutorial mission doesn't really expect you to like anticipate what you need. It affects it a bit. It affects it a bit. And we want to build this housing district with 3 tiles adjacent to the generator so we get the bonus heat. Hi, Arterial Queen. Actually, in retrospect, I should have frost broken a bit more like around there instead of just all on this side so I could have the next housing district also border the previous one and not just border the Dreadnought wreck. Let's unpause the game. It's giving me tutorials I've already seen. So, speaking of the Earth freezing over, there's a reason I'd say like after what happened in Frostpunk 1, the Earth remaining frozen indefinitely is actually realistic. The reason why it is because there's a thing called radiative forcing. It's a major component in what climate scientists talk about feedback mechanisms and global warming, except like in reverse of what would happen in this game. The main aspect of this is, okay, so in astronomy and also in climatology, there's something called albedo. And the albedo of a celestial body is how much incident light on its surface gets reflected back into space. Most surfaces on Earth have an albedo of around 0.1 to 0.2, meaning 10 to 20% of light gets reflected back into space. Ice has an albedo of 0.8 to 0.9. So as the world gets colder and more of it freezes over, the Earth's albedo rises and more light gets reflected back into space. And when you get to the point where glaciers reach around 25 to 30 degrees from the equator, it's generally believed that if that ever happened, the world would enter an irreversible ice age where everything freezes over completely. Because the albedo has gotten so high. And with global warming, this is happening in reverse because as the ice melts, Earth absorbs more light from the sun and the Earth gets hotter. I think the equator is supposed to be habitable in this setting, but everyone else on Earth is killing each other there. It's never clear. Would rampant pollution be the cure in this case? Yes. In fact, there's some scientists who suspect that the Earth was in a state like this in the past. In the Neoproterozoic eon, Shortly after oxygen first started entering the atmosphere due to the evolution of cyanobacteria, the like collapse in CO2 and methane levels in the atmosphere, along with the sun being dimmer back then, because this was like a billion years ago. The Earth cooled and glaciers reached really far. There's some debate over whether they ever reached the equator or not, but they might have. Like, glaciers might have reached the equator. Anyways, we've frostbroken our first bit. So what we're going to need to do is set up an extraction district for oil. Oh, okay. So extraction districts and stuff don't give adjacency bonuses in the prologue for some reason. I assume. Has Frostpunk 2 so far? Really good. You have not missed much. Okay, so that in that case, I'll just do this to save space. Oh, we need more scraps. Wanderers, please give us scraps. This will make them unhappy, but we will get money. And we'll want an extraction district for prefabs. And we desperately need to start stockpiling food for the winter. For the whiteout. Yeah, I should have frostbroken a little bit, and then I could have gotten the full adjacency bonus from the other district. Oh well. Anyways, we do need some extra housing. Or else people will freeze to death. If shelter is unfulfilled, then we suffer cold. And do we suffer disease or hunger directly? No. No, it's just cold that goes up. If we don't have enough heat or enough shelter. We get heat by like supplying our generator with fuel. I don't need these scraps anyway. Yeah, cold then also increases disease. Shelter is more important than fuel for the generator, by the way. Yeah, in general in this game, you are like rarely have all of your demands satisfied. You are struggling, and like people are like always going hungry and freezing to death. Right, we can frost break again, so grab that oil and head to the seal colony. How would you even begin to farm? Greenhouses. If you look at the food districts, there's big ass greenhouses. We have enough shelter. We're not going to build more. There's still some people who don't have fulfilled shelter, but this is a fine number. As the thick black liquid oozes through the pipes, our people rejoice. The carcass of this old machine is a testament to the hardships that made us. But more importantly, it's our haven in the storm. It has allowed us to weather many whiteouts, and it will do so again. We have oil. We can turn on the furnace. Generate screen and turn on the furnace. The furnace is on. We have enough oil to cover our current needs. But the cold will still affect our people until they have proper shelter. Housing will best protect us from the cold if built in close proximity to other housing, or the furnace itself. However, we'll need prefabricated parts for construction. We brought some with us. The rest we need to extract from the wagon wreckages. Yep, telling me to get food. Which I've already anticipated. Yep, stockpile food. I've already anticipated this shit. I'm gonna wait until I get enough scraps from my wanderers to build another food district. Let's also overdrive the generator. That has like negative consequences if we do it for too long, but just until our cold goes back down. Oh, we have enough scraps for a food district. Build on the seal colony. Yeah, it would make more sense to be underground, given, like, underground spaces are the same temperature no matter where you are on the Earth. We're also going to need materials. So let's frost break to the maintenance wagon and also to this food deposit. And also towards that food deposit. Burning through permafrost is difficult? Yeah, that's why we have gigantic ass, like, bagger 288s. 1800s bagger 288s because this game is really diesel punk. We'll also want to build some food stockpile hubs to reduce the workforce requirement on our food districts. No, you really don't have to go that deep to get like constant temperature year-round. And no matter where you are, so... How did you get your VTuber claws to have the reflective highlight changes they open? It's a separate layer that is animated. The artist animated that. Stockpile's ready in 96 weeks and we have 77 weeks, so yeah, we need more food. Oh, we would need to put that... Okay, I didn't think too hard about that. We have enough workforce to just keep going for now. We should actually leave space for a food stockpile up there. Honestly, I would rather be inhaling radon than like the conditions people live in this world. Because even when New London is doing well, people rarely make it past the age of 50. Anyway, squalor is growing up. We need to build an extraction district for materials to fix that soonish, but not immediately. Couple people got sick because of the cold. Fill the walls with asbestos. Yeah. That's what you do that. Like literally, you build your walls out of asbestos in this game. We've been here so many times. The soil is depleting. A couple more and there will be no point in erecting the hothouses. There will be nothing to grow food on. And the yield is so low. Either we pull emergency shifts or tighten our belts. Otherwise, there might not be enough for everyone. You are correct that we are not getting enough oil. But I was dealing with other problems first. Like, I want to start getting this food stockpiling before I get my next oil, before I get another extraction district for oil. When can I beg them for scraps again? Can I? Oh, I can just do it again. Normally that's like a really long cooldown. Unsparingly and will seal forever, yes. I do have to question how the marine food chain is still doing well when like the oceans are frozen over. Like, where's the algae? Oh, we have enough for the oil. I believe the oceans are indeed frozen over entirely, yes. One of our frost-breaking crew uncovered the frozen remains of a man in a tattered uniform. His shoulder patch reads, New London Scouts, 3rd Platoon, and he bears an obscure insignia. Some of our elders claim it belongs to a military organization, while others argue it has a religious significance. Maybe you have heard of this New London before and can settle the debate. It symbolizes order. This is like declaring which path you took in the first game, order or faith. New London is a city of discipline that follows strong leadership and where militant squads keep the peace. This will create a continuity in which New London has embraced order to survive. That's what I picked in the first game. Life exists in the abyss of the ocean. Yeah, but the nutrients for that life mostly comes from, like, stuff falling down from higher in the ocean. How's our generator doing? Only 35%. Also, hi, Alouetta. I see it's your first time chatting here. Yeah, a lot of the stuff in the deep ocean is fueled by geothermal vents, but the majority of the nutrients come from higher in the water column. The energy for fish living below the ice in like Antarctica mostly comes from stuff that is not underneath it, as far as I understand. Like the circumpolar current drives stuff. Stockpile's ready in 49 weeks. We are going to need a food stockpile hub, at least one. Also, yes, you have a distinct problem with the fact that human agriculture relies heavily on soil ecology. And, like, all the fucking soil microbes are dead as shit. Which explains why soil is finite in this game. Fertile soil is not a renewable resource. Do some frost breaking to create more room for housing since we can now. Dwellers at miner and also growing, so we should really build that extraction district for materials now. Yeah, there's a lot of times without music. That's like sparing in the story for some reason. Also, how much materials will this actually be? 150. That's easily enough. Now we build a housing district when we can. Oh, this is running out of prefabs. Let's frost break to the other prefabs deposit. Let's actually start our frost breaking a bit back, with the intention of maybe being able to build a food stockpile hub near there when we build the food district. But yeah, we need more prefabs and scraps to build more housing. 140 prefabs and 60 scrap. By the way, this game has Twitch integration, which I have, like, mostly turned off because I don't want the story to be dictated by the whims of Twitch chat. I do plan on doing a Utopia Builder game where Twitch chat will have extensive influence over the way the city goes. We now have materials. And soon, as soon as we get like a couple more prefabs, we'll have enough housing finally. Sea ice algae, interesting. Well, okay. So I'd expect at the equator, most models have the equator having like broken up ice that mostly doesn't cover the equatorial ocean, even in a snowball Earth state like this. Oh, right, it gets colder because it's 20 degrees C below, 20 degrees Celsius below, and it's going to go down to 30 soon. Oh, we can build that housing. Build a weird gerrymandered housing district to get the adjacency bonuses. I love the little dynamically placed villages and stuff. Oh yeah, you can zoom in, like super far. Why does it keep zooming in on that? Look. That means we will need to get more fuel, like this last bit of oil here. You know, it's weird. This is an old dreadnought and it was already working on oil, but the cities, even the Ark, only run on steam. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's steampunk. How is it not gonna... It's gotta be steampunk, right? But incidentally, that's like the major thrust of Chapter 1 is making the generator run off oil instead. Right, this is done. Demolish the district. We don't have enough prefabricated components, making further construction impossible. There may be some prefabs left in one of the construction wagons. If not, we can try to salvage prefabs by destroying one of the existing districts or hubs. Yeah, gotta transition to diesel punk. You say you're moving to oil, yet you still boil steam for power. How do you think gas power plants work? We have excess shelter, so we can partially turn this off. That food district is running out. So let's build this extraction district for more prefabs. When this is done deconstructing, we can build another food district. I mean, especially because they didn't really know how to refine oil very well back then. So oil-derived fuel quality was like really shitty. My knees ache, and my fingers are so stiff I can't hold the needle anymore. I've lived a full life. It warms my heart to see little Betty and Jacob play by the evening fire. But maybe this is it. I've talked with the other elders. If it comes to it, we will go. I won't let my grandchildren starve. Some people are ready to sacrifice themselves to lower the food required. The amount of time this game asks you if you want to kill all the elderly people. Like, this isn't even the only time. Wait, what? Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay, we need more prefabs. Still, before we can build another food district. Incidentally, in Utopia mode, there's a little bit. There's an event that lets you know that the Austro-Hungarians survived by actually figuring out kerosene refining. And there's like a small city with a bunch of Polish people running on like a kerosene powered furnace. There's another funny Utopia mode event where you find an expedition camp from some, like, unidentified Asian country. Your scouts can't tell which one. And they left some rice behind, and when one of your scouts sees the rice, he breaks down crying because he hasn't seen rice in 30 fucking years. Oh my god, I still need more prefabs. Permanent biofuel? You can make biofuel in later. Wonder how the seed vault from the first game is doing. As far as I know, we don't actually learn in this game how the seed vault from the first game is doing. As a BR, I too would cry if I hadn't seen rice in 30 years. But yeah, Utopia mode spells out that there's actually like a bunch of other countries that survived the frost in their own little ways. Which is neat. Yeah, I assume the DLCs will answer the question of the arc. Of the seed arcs. Ooh, that food district is running out too. It has 19 weeks left, which means it'll run out right before we're finished stockpiling. Which, like, we'll finish even sooner when this finishes building, so. America's probably super dead. We know what happened to one American project, which is it went horribly. It was led by Nikola Tesla, and he did, like, horrible eugenic shit. We also know that the French went underground and are doing horrible eugenic shit also. We don't know how that turned out. Oh, yep, it got colder, meaning we need so much more fuel. Our stockpile is almost full, but we still need more for the whiteout. The food wagons themselves will be buried under snow, so we should build more warehouses to preserve a stockpile of food. Oh, fuck yeah, we definitely need another food stockpile hub. Okay. Need to wait until we have 40 prefabs, which is 1 week. Genetically sanitized mole people. Genetically sanitized French mole people who live on giant trains because Snowpiercer is based on a French graphic novel. And it's a reference to that. Oh, we can build a stockpile hub. Just keep the genes as pure as the language. Stockpile hub is full, so let's deactivate some shit until... the stockpile hub is built. Are we going full captain or we believe in society? We are going to try for the good ending. Oh, I accidentally turned that off, didn't I? Oh no, I turned it on. Okay. Stockpile's ready in 14 weeks at current rate. Squalor is going up slightly. Frostpunk good ending, you either win or lose, kid. No, there are better and worse endings. The bad ending is canon. Like the bad ending of the first game where you go like full like despot and do horrible things. That one's canon. We will have enough food by the whiteout. Yeah, Frostpunk is one of the few games that does morality well because it's like it's dramatically easier to like win by being an authoritarian and doing horrible things and treating people as a resource. But like it is, but like it tells you how like, but it like constantly reminds you how horrible you're being and guilts you over it. In ways that are actually really effective. Get to play in DLC as the British royalty? Didn't the city for like the British ruling class not work? Like didn't a bunch of workers fucking take over that city? Oh, true. The king wasn't there. I wonder what happened to the king. The prime minister was there. Oof, we don't have enough workforce. The frost break. Stop making prefabs for a bit and frost break our way to this thing. I'm gonna emergency shift that just in case. It'll make people unhappy and they might like die, but oh god, yeah, the early game of this is just like begging people for heat stamps. And we'll build another food stockpile up there too. We can turn emergency shifts off here. Alright, see you. Good night, Thor here. Oop, big stretch. Let's just speed up time because we're just waiting for the whiteout to come at this rate because we're going to finish our food stockpile before then. Oh, you're done. You're almost done. Yep, there you go. We did it! We secured enough food to survive the incoming whiteout. Our workers will make some last-minute preparations before the storm arrives. We should try and keep our people warm for this time. Is the audio weird? In that case, I can switch to desktop audio. I switched to desktop audio just in case. Tell me if that sounds better. Speed up time. Do. There'd be a lot more stuff to do in the proper campaign, but the tutorial really expects you to struggle to get to this point. But it also gives you a way bigger margin for error because it expects you to do things in the order it tells you to without like doing other stuff. The whiteout is here. Preparations are over. no, Twitch ads are starting. That's really bad timing. When the whiteout hit the camp, the wanderers were ready. Everyone was thankful we acted fast and gathered enough food in time. The miracle of the seal colony strengthened our hope that our journey will lead to a promised land. Our elders have added this story to our great tales alongside warnings about a sinful city that still pumps smoke into the sky. We know what city they're talking about there. We survived. So, like, if you don't get enough food ready in time, then a few weeks before the whiteout arrives, your people get in an argument over whether you should, like, slaughter all the seals unsustainably, which will mean you won't have seals to eat in the future. Or kill all the old people. And you have to make that choice, but we avoided that because we were competent. We survived the end of the world. I should have waited until the Twitch ads were ever to hit continue. Oops. Now what? I love this title screen. The old captain is dead. New London is weak. Food is low. Overpopulation looms. Coal is running out. People yearn for a future worth dreaming of. But is it the same future for all? Keep the city together. Or hold its hand on its deathbed. Chapter 1, Scraping the Barrel. That's such an ominous name for a first chapter. Coal is running out. The captain is dead. As he weakened, growing divisions brought city maintenance to a grinding halt. Now New London is left to suffer the consequences. As steward, it is your charge to lead, but you must prove yourself. The overcrowded city is low on resources. Use this warmer year to build more shelter, secure coal, and power the generator back on. Let's get to work. Pause the game. Okay, so you notice we have more groups of people. We have two communities. We have the Frostlanders, who are people who, like, lived outside the city for much of the 30 years, and we have the New Londoners from the city itself. And then we have our faction, the Stalwarts. Progress for the glory of New London. Merit forges the strongest. Reason for order, order for control. And they represent, like, the choice of order in the first game. And as you can see, our city is freezing. Horribly. Everyone's going to die unless we can turn the generator back on. Luckily, there's some coal over here. Hold on. What is better frostbreaking route? Yeah, this should be better. We are also, for the future's sake, going to want a frost break here. For the reasons that'll be quickly established. We are going to want to start on our first housing district. 3 in the spot that's sheltered from the wind. Actually, we're going to do it like this. We get those 3 for the one down there. And then we're going to want to build it in like a line shape, which seems really weird, but you will understand why. It's like to maximize adjacency bonuses. It's a bit weird having all your districts be like lines, but... And then we're going to wait for frost breaking to build the other one. We could build food immediately. We are not going to. Because we have a big stockpile of food, and that can wait. Instead, we're going to need some prefabs. Trying to remember which is the best logistics station to the fucking... Oh, by the way, the map. The world map in this game. Very large. Right, our exploration will mostly be in the early game that way and that way. So we want to do the one on the top. I'm going to frostbite to the one on the top. All right, and we don't have to wait for this. We can just do it right away. It'll prompt us to build the council hall in a bit, but we can just do it. Oh, frostbaking's done. Extraction district for coal. And another housing district. You ever play a game called Brink? I might have. The parkour shooter? Yeah. I think so?
Steward, do you hear us, Steward?
Anticipation fills the air as the council opens. The captain ruled with a firm hand for years, but those times died with him. Now the communities of the city want their say. The stalwarts maintained order on behalf of the captain and adhered to what they claim was his vision for New London: progress, merit, and reason. The New Londoners and Frostlanders clash over a survival strategy, though neither has a firm stance on economic or social issues. Then there are those who view the stalwarts with contempt for their role in New London's history. But they keep to the shadows, for now. This is based on your handling of the coal crisis. We haven't dealt with the coal crisis yet. It expects us to build the council hall afterwards, but because that's when it prompts us to, but we can just do it now. Oh yeah, well, it still displays how many viewers will get to vote, even though I set it to 0. Yes, I need to get them to vote to keep me in charge, or I lose the game, which is a really organic way of teaching you about negotiation. What should I promise you? Those are all kind of mad promises. Stalwarts don't have that many things to promise. Expedition support is quite good. We don't need it, like, immediately. Forged additives is also good. I might give you a few votes. Again, I don't want Twitch chat I don't want Twitch chat to be in control of the story in the story mode. In Utopia mode, I'll turn Twitch voting on. I don't really want to pass expedition support immediately. It's nice, but not like really immediately. And mass-produced goods is so much worse than the alternative. I was hoping we got durable goods. I was hoping that one of the things they wanted for a promise was durable goods. Oh well. We'll do expedition support. And now that I've promised this to them in exchange for their votes, they will all vote for me. Woo! Yeah, Zeitgeist. City Zeitgeist. The power of bribery. The stalwarts are upset with me.
A new law takes hold.
For promising that, because they oppose it. Hi, Zombified Tech. I see you first time chatting here. Right, we have our... Oh yeah, there are these little, like, lines that have, like, trains and stuff going along them. Which, don't keep to the tracks very well, but... Oh, this is done. We need to expand this. How's Frostpunk 2 so far? It's really good. I played Chapter 1 before streaming because I didn't originally plan to do this on stream. Oh, we have coal. We have coal. We have coal. We have coal. Good work, Steward. We have secured a new coal deposit. It's part of the last vein in New London. There are still some deposits left, but they won't last for long. We'll need to improve our mining to use it efficiently, but the city's communities are voicing different ideas about how to do it. We need to decide whose ideas are worth pursuing. Oh, that one is also built. Would be slightly awkward to expand without further frost breaking. Oh wait, no, it would expand directly into the materials deposit. Yeah, I didn't realize. Okay, I guess we're expanding, like, this then. Let's get these materials. Frost broken open. And then, You sort of go in that direction, I guess. Oh, I didn't know there was a way station here. How the fuck did I not notice that in the entirety of chapter 1? What the fuck? There's a way station right there? Oh, thank you. Anyways, we will need more coal in the future, so. I thought there was only 2. I don't know how I missed one. We have 39 weeks worth of food at this point, so we should...
All your adoring letters and will answer personally in due time.
We are actually going to extend this like in a weird snaky way like that. Thank you for reminding me to hydrate. Good night, Zanes. I didn't know there was a way station here. How did I not notice that? Oh, this is expanded. This is expanded. We can build a research institute once we have 100 heat stamps, which we don't have.
Are you listening?
Steward.
Please give me money, Frostlanders. Don't worry, I'll pass your law soon anyways. And then I'll get your relations back. Yeah, thank you for the follow, Zombify Tech. It's still pinging me about the research institute. I'm already building one. What's that event? The generator wakes. A child is born. People gather around the generator tower as it wakes with a thundering shudder and bestows heat on us yet again. This is the heart of our city, our last line of defense against the cold, our first hope for a future. Any future. Steward, there's a couple who says their first child, a daughter, was born at the exact moment the generator sprang to life again. They called her Lily May. They ask that you bless her. You gave us hope back. Thanks to you, our child may yet have a future ahead of her. She's important, by the way. Very well, Lily May. May your life be warm and winds spare your path.
Steward.
A small crowd... Why am I stumbling over my words? Okay. A small crowd gathers outside of the new research institute, arguing about how to exploit the last coal veins. The stalwarts and New Londoners want us to lean on machine-powered mining, but the Frostlanders would have us pursue a more frugal solution. They would never display such discord under the captain's rule. You have to choose who to entrust with developing their idea. Show me your options. We need new ideas to move forward. However, different communities may propose diverging answers to the same issue. They will only pursue solutions that align with their worldview. Choosing a community to develop an idea will improve your relations with that community. So I'm going to be super real here. All the adaptation-aligned ideas are like almost all better than the progress ones. Like, I have no idea why they made the difference so stark. Like, dust coal mine versus blasting coal mine is an actual decision. Albeit, like, it's still very obviously dust coal mine is the better. But the others, it's like every adaptation building is just dramatically better than its progress equivalent. It's so weird. Like, why did they design it that way? Yeah, progress saves you workforce, which is not a real concern. They really need to buff progress buildings. And in general, progress stuff produces more from a single building at a higher cost. But like the way this is balanced makes it like really shitty. Anyways, we're doing dust coal mine. Mining operation where residue coal dust is sucked up and compressed into briquettes to make maximum use of the resource. Yeah, I don't have too much to talk about regarding science there. Yeah, ideally they'd have different uses, but in reality, almost always the adaptation option is dramatically better. We can actually expand this, which I'd want a frostbreak more to do. Because what I actually plan to do is build another extraction district here. But not right yet. But not right away. We are going to frostbreak to this way station. So I'll stretch to like there-ish. It is really weird how the game encourages you to build your districts in lines, but whatever. Whatever. We have some food. Yeah, we're going to turn the generator in overdrive to make up for the not having quite enough coal yet. We're also going to tell the researchers to rush. So we can get that dust coal mine sooner. Get that logistics district. How long do we have food for? 66 weeks. We also don't really have enough housing. As a result, our coal is stable and notable, which is not enough. We are going to do some frost breaking here to make space for housing and stuff. Yeah, that's the best shape. We want to leave one space in between so we can put hubs there. Aside from a little bit where we want it to actually, like, border it more. So do like this. And then we want to leave these open. Alternatively, we can do like this and just get enough space for one housing district immediately. That won't consume any heat because of the heating bonuses. Our logistics is building. We also want to expand that when we get a chance. Well, we also want to build an extraction district for materials. What? Oh, okay. I see. We'd have to expand it to get those, right. I love the big automatons walking along the tracks.
The steward is aware of widespread...
Oh, fuck. Expedition support. Hey, get the New Londoners to vote for it if I did what? These all suck. These all suck ass. Well, machine-centric shifts are neat. But that would be an early game research I don't really have the space for, so... We're just going to hope it goes well. We're going to hope the vote goes well. There we go.
The votes are in. The measure passes.
Woo!
Attention.
Woo, logistics district. Yep, there's some people we can invite right here. But first, we are going to explore this frozen bay.
District is now operational. First expeditions in search for fuel will be...
Yeah, there needs to be
shortly.
bigger notifications. Yeah, the cold is finally going down. Oh! What the fuck? What was that? It was loud as fuck too. It startled me. Oh, and our research finished. New Londoners, will you please give me money? Why did so much shit get thrown at me? They're not very happy with my rule. I need to like do things to make them happy. I don't have any outstanding promises, so New Londoners, you get to choose when the next vote is. It's good to have you back, old chap. It was a terrible fright to have you switched off. You're more than just a heat source to us, you know. To us, you're a symbol of what should be, of what we should be. Unbending, unyielding fortitude. May we all stand so bold against the frost. The generator is revered and respected by the stalwarts. Oh my god! Okay, yeah. Yeah, that happens when you clear the queue. I don't know why it happens when you clear the queue, but it does. What do we need next? What do we need next? Ow. All do maintenance is better, so I'm going to wait until I actually get the until I get the opposing faction to the stalwarts. So I can do all do maintenance instead. Head pads. We could do either dense housing block or we could wait for subsidized housing block. I think in the early game, I think subsidized housing block is ultimately better. But in the early game, we don't really want it. And I'm not sure I really want to do it. Teaching hospitals is really nice, actually, but we don't have a disease problem quite yet. We will, but we don't yet. We're gonna let's get hot houses. Bio waste hot house, which is much better than chemical hot house in like every respect. Like, it's so much better. It's still astounding how poorly balanced this specific part of the tree is. Fucking... Like, merit and equality have good cases for either. Reason and tradition have good cases for either. But adaptation is just so much stronger. Anyways, let's get that bio-waste hot house. We don't need it for a while, but we might as well get it now. Yep. We need to find fuel in the Frostlands. Just go ahead and frostbreak this shit, and I'm going to expand this like that. And keep it going in a straight line. Yeah, I don't know why it does that with the throw ones. Yeah, if you clear the queue while I'm streaming, it will bombard me with objects. Anyways, we have a ton of fuel now. Oh, we can switch the generator off overdrive. And we have this extraction district to expand. So see, if we build this adjacent to the housing district also gains squalor. However, they also both gain heat. And heat is more important right now. Let's expand this. You can see how gerrymandered our districts are getting. Alright, once we get 50 heat stamps again, we're going to want to expand our logistics district so we can get a few more scouts. Look at how big the city is already getting.
Do not be alarmed by any unusual noises coming from the generator. Routine maintenance work is underway.
No! Why does an overwhelming majority support this? This will override expedition support, which is much better. Go away. Oh my god, and they also won't negotiate, and they have an outright majority. Fuck. Fuck! Fuck! You fuckers! This is the problem with democracy, okay? This is the problem with democracy. People vote for shitty things. I shouldn't have granted them their fucking agenda.
The votes are in. The measure passes.
Oh my god. Oh, at least the stalwarts really like that.
A law has passed in the council. Take heed.
I keep forgetting what our overlays are. What are overlay? Sexy catgirl dictatorship incoming. Biowaste hothouse is done. We don't need to build that yet. We're also going to need sawmill soon. And untreated, and again, untreated sawmill is so much better. Like, what the heck? Yeah, this isn't even demanding any heat because of the adjacency bonuses. This is still demanding a little heat because food districts actually take a lot of heat. Alright, we need to expand this when we get the heat stamps. Man, why'd I have to be smart and, like, give them grants agenda so they got to choose what voted on? Like, because normally if they pick a bad thing, I can just vote it down. I can just negotiate with people to vote it down, but I couldn't here. Fuck! To fuck me! Cindy's pa went and got her governess. Like she's gonna be a duchess or something. Not on our watch. We roughed up the little bitch all right. Ferguson's boys will learn this too if they try and wife us again tonight. We'll pour razors and say we'll cut out their eyes. It'll be good fun. But what we's want is a proper rumble. Short blades only. Come on, who wants to play? This is a 12-year-old speaking, by the way. The lack of a law regulating childhood is causing tension to rise throughout the city. Oh, I can expand this. Oh, we finished the exploration there. In a cavern near the bay, we found a disturbing sight. Bodies in sturdy Frostland gear neatly laid side by side and left to freeze, with black oil markings under their closed eyes. A ghastly burial ritual? A map we found suggests we were heading to an old they were heading to an old machine somewhere by the desolate coast. A machine would require a source of fuel. We should investigate. Send kids to school. That's the only way they will not kill each other. This is peak fantasy. I mean, true. Yep, I can invite these Frostlanders to join us. We're not going to yet, because we don't need the workforce yet. Oh, fuck. I didn't start exploring. Desolate Coast. Over the years, there were sightings of nomadic people roaming this area. Even if true, it is unlikely they would have survived so long on their own without a source of fuel. We have a little bit of disease. We have a little bit of crime. Infectious agents, the first crack. Steward, doing a routine medical examination performed by stalwarts, a small group of Frostlanders refused to be assessed. These checkups are relics of years past when a cough could endanger the city. That's gone now. We've adapted. No point continuing this invasion of privacy. The stalwarts maintain that regular physicals help ensure the safety of our workers. It's vital we monitor our citizens' health. One foreman pushed back. We've had epidemics in the past. We mustn't allow another one. So you know my opinion on like how a vaccination should be legally mandatory in real life, and and going to the doctor should be legally mandatory in real life. So not necessarily the best choice because of what will happen because of it, but yep. I say fuck your privacy. Alright, we should explore there too. Because we got a few more scouts from expanding the district. I love the little trains running through the snow. Woo, and we got untreated sawmill. We won't need that for a while because we still have quite a material stockpile. Our food stockpile is still doing kind of fine. We should build an industrial district, I think, next. What's the bonus for... I think it's only for housing and those cracks.
Please give the right of way to frost-breaking teams in transit.
What the announcer says is really heavily... Oh, fuck. Time for another law. So we could try and get some people to allow us to do guided voting. Those are the Americans driving? Yeah! We probably want durable goods or paid essentials here. Frostpunk drivers, fuck them kids. Or we could do harvesting funerals. We could say you have to give your body to science when you die. And get faster research. But what we really, really need is heat stamps right now. So we're going to pass paid essentials. I like the little icons, the little art for that one. Yep, to foster responsibility and reward work, citizens will be charged a small fee in exchange for essentials, such as basic rations and clothing. Even in the real life, charging for basic necessities during a situation like this would be the good way to make like as many people die as possible. Oh, I can give it to the viewers if I wanted. But yeah, the stalwarts are for her, and then the others are just like whatever. What do the New Londoners want? Grant an agenda or pass mass-produced goods. You. Westlanders, what do you want? Weather justice, they want expedition support back. That works. I want expedition support back too.
The eyes have it.
You have to work hard to buy stuff. Yeah, but in reality, it doesn't work. That's like the capitalist excuse, but it doesn't work that way. Like, I know communism, no food is a meme, but like, the USSR's. But like, you actually look at history. So many people have starved to death. More people have starved to death in capitalist countries. Because what happens is you get like people buying up all the food so they can hoard it and then sell it later. And shit like that during times of famine. We are starting to tax our coal. Oh, we need another research. What do we want? Holodomor? I mean, yeah. The Holodomor is less about communism and more about the Soviet Union having economic objectives it considered more important than the lives of Ukrainians. I forget what like equal pay is. What equal pay gives. Honest, most famines are politically motivated. Let's be real here. That's like if you actually study history of famines and stuff like that, most famines are mostly artificial. Yep, the Irish potato famine was absolutely created by the English to depopulate Ireland. This is like one of the few progress things that is actually good. Is weather adjusted shifts is not that great. Exporting food during a famine, which is exactly what happened in the Holodomor, by the way. The reason why they kept production quotas so high during the famine was because the USSR was financing its industrialization via exports of Ukrainian grain. And they cared more about keeping that problem going, keeping that program going, than they did about all the Ukrainians starving to death. We could do liberated youth. Keyblade Knight, thank you for the follow. I'm trying to think of what to do for our next research. We're a bit ahead of time because we rushed research early to get the coal. Let's get a factory. Yeah, dutiful youth is better. It's like one of the few tradition policies that's better than the reason equivalent. Mechanically. And we can't do tradition policies yet because we don't have the pilgrims. They haven't showed up yet. I want an industrial district, but we have not enough workforce. Is it time to finally invite some more people to the city? Let's expand that. And yes, let's... Alright, our Frostland teams are occupied. We'll have to wait a moment before we can invite more people to the city. Stewart, 5 children are dead and dozens lay wounded after 2 large youth gangs met for what they called a rumble. Most of the children were armed with knives. The fighting escalated to a full-scale battle. As the parents of the deceased mourn, many insist these children should not have been left unattended. Indeed, many backstreet alleys seem to be overtaken by uncared-for youth. Some areas are beginning to be dangerous even for adults. Commit to resolving the issue. Five children died at the rumble. Yeah, the surviving children will be stronger. Ah, dear God. "62 weeks remain." Naughty children are fed to the furnace. With all that adrenaline pumping, they must have died warmer than usual, at least.
The price of gruel has been reduced. This week only.
Because we have paid essentials, that voice. Vivi finding a way to murder children in every game where possible. Ooh, what's this? What is this event? Oh, Pilgrims are showing up. Okay, I know this event. For years, suggesting anything against the captain meant close scrutiny from stalwarts. But despite the bullshit booming from their bloody speakers, we managed to find our own way. Kept to our principles, stayed frugal, put families first, watched out for our neighbors, continued our traditions. Now we have a council. Maybe it's time for us to stop dreaming and make a change. Hi, Jason.
The Pilgrims are now officially recognized by the city. Pilgrim delegates will be joining the next council session.
Now we have our second faction that opposes the stalwarts. And this will let us actually do tradition and equality research. And they hate us because we allowed them to keep doing mandatory health checkups. Yeah, I know. If you go Faith instead of Stalwarts, you get the Faith Keepers, and instead of the Pilgrims, you get the Evolvers. Personally, the Evolvers are, like, way cooler than the Pilgrims. But, the game really seems to expect you to have Stalwarts and Pilgrims. Because there's some really weird shit with the that happens with the Evolvers. Having a combination of adaptation and having adaptation and reason as their thing. Who are all the factions? There's the Stalwarts and the Pilgrims.
Hear us, Stewart.
The Evolvers, which you get if you have Faith Keepers instead of Stalwarts, are like weird ass transhumanists who want to like improve humanity with technology to survive in the frost. And they have these like wacky devices called blood warmers that like literally heat your blood. to keep you from freezing to death. An old observatory. Pipe your blood through the heat lantern, yeah. Rusted engine, the jettisoned secondary engine of a dreadnought under its wholly founded core. Yep. And then here's the abandoned coal mine. Right, how many Frostland scouts do we need over here? Mangled cart. Among debris is a mangled cart. We found an old navigation log. We can't wander forever. If we can only get through this canyon, then we can set up a permanent base next to the oil. The cart holds a large number of cores. Hey, look, it's the old dreadnought from the prologue. A ruined machine lies across a crevice. Wagons spilled into the nearby snow. There are clear signs that people have come and gone from this site, even storing goods here. But what amazed our scouts the most is the huge quantity of readily available oil. This could be the fuel source we've been searching for. We found oil! On the broken shore lies an old derelict dreadnought. It seems to have been upgraded to run on oil, as it rests beside rich deposits. Perhaps the site was a refueling station. But deep in the black pools lie rows of frozen bodies, wrapped in shrouds and placed in the still wells. Our scouts shudder at the sight. These oil deposits would surely solve our fuel needs. But we would have to desecrate these graves to access all of them. Hey, chat, should we desecrate the graves of the wanderers? Should we do it, chat? Or should we desecrate the graves for oil? I mean, I've made him enough jokes about British people this stream, but what kind of American would I be if I didn't desecrate the graves for oil? Remove the bodies. Oil will save the city, but we need to adapt our generator to use it. In the meantime, we'll need to establish a reliable supply. It's time we settled beyond New London. Create a colony at the old dreadnought. Yeah, I need a core. Oh yeah, and I need 20 Frostland teams to do it, so. Start building the trail. While we are building the trail, let's use some Frostland teams in the meantime to grab some cores, because we're not going to need them. Okay, so I need to pass mandatory school. But I also want to get rid of the fucking city development effort. It's not super important because we're not really actively exploring right now. So let's do mandatory school first. To guarantee that all children have the skills and knowledge needed in the city, we will establish a mandatory school program supported by the city. The other option is we send the children to work. Which is amusing, but it's actually better to send them to school. All your laws suck ass. All the things you want suck ass. I hate you. And I have an active promise for the Frostlanders. Fuck it. Okay, we'll get rid of the promise for the Frostlanders by bringing back expedition support first. This should pass. Yeah, there we go.
The eyes have it.
Frostlanders are happy. I got an achievement. I got an achievement. Change a policy to another one and then pass the previous one once again. Yeah, that's exactly what happened there. It's called There Is No Final Design. Democracy in action, yeah. God, that's 2 council sessions wasted because of that shit. Oh, an oil cistern. Yeah, we can't use it yet. All right, we're going to need to invite more people. I should have done that. Oh, the stalwarts are complaining. The stalwarts are complaining that I brought it back. You really like me, so I'm gonna raise fucking money from you. And in return, I'll make you a promise, because you're gonna... Yeah. Let's research machine-centric shifts. You like me, so I'm going to rob you at gunpoint. We really need an industrial district. We don't have quite enough people for it yet. Wait a second. Right, I forgot that frees up workforce. I'm dumb. Build an industrial district. Also, some teams got ready. Take the new Londoners here back in. And we'll gain 2,000 people, which means we'll even need even more housing. Or people I can send to the colony. True. Right. I need to send people to the colony. Oh, it sends 3,000, which cuts into our workforce a little. We can just turn that off. We don't really need that many more prefabs. And that means we have an actual surplus of materials. I want to finally build that bio-waste hothouse.
The pilgrims offer their services as guides to all travelers. They will share their knowledge of Frostland lore.
There's a funny one when you have Faithkeepers and Evolvers where he announces that the Evolvers remind you not to assist Evolver initiates found wandering the Frostland. They're supposed to make their own way because that's the ritual. They're doing. Anyways, I always taught house. Ah. Oh, event. Nell Sinkfield worrying about her son, looking for a culprit. Little Joey's been coughing all night. His forehead's as hot as the generator. It's them Turners, I know it's them. They got that new flu. And here they are, strolling about the neighborhood, carrying on with their business. They're killing people, that's what they're doing. Oh, please, Lord Almighty, I can't stand to lose another child. Someone's got to get through to them. Yep, people are mad about the lack of contagion prevention. Oh, we have more housing than we need. We can't really reduce it without... Yeah, we can be at -1 housing. Yeah, there's a convoy full of colonists. You can grab more people. Hi, Rumdan. Are you winning? Yes. We're doing pretty well. Oh yeah, and you don't make goods, not prefabs. We don't need more prefabs. I love the little factories in the snow. And I love the big ass hot house with all the tubes. Ooh, we need more fuel. Well, once the scouts get back, we can... Oh, our population grew. The city grows, population growth. Stewart, a new count, has revealed significant growth in our population in recent weeks. Some attribute the rise to an influx of settlers from the Frostland, others to bursts outnumbering deaths. Whatever the cause, we have adjusted our calculations of the city's needs to reflect the new numbers. Anyways, we're actually producing a net amount of food now, finally. Even if only slightly. Only slightly. In fact, we're going to want to expand this district. Actually, yeah, keep that going along with the housing district just a bit. Right, they're happy I did machine-centric shifts. Council time! Now! Oh, we're forced to do this law. Fuck. Right, we're forced to do the new law we unlocked. Why do these suck? Also suck. Well. Woo! Just barely. 53. Okay. We need to actually do an emergency council session so I can regulate childhood. Which everyone hates. Everyone hates doing that. Mandatory fucking school. Your kids will go to school whether they want to or not, you fucking dweebs. Yeah, sure, I'll build a salvaging factory. Now send the kids to school, you fucking idiots. I assume children keep stabbing each other in the street.
Law has been approved.
I know you lose a bunch of trust if you pick the promise and didn't do it. I couldn't pass the fucking law last time. It was so annoying. Have you heard, Susie? You're going to school. I'm so happy. I won't let them do in your head with their rubbish, kid. Because now I need to build the salvaging factory. Nope, I can almost raise new money from the new inventors. Homeschooling is take your child to the mines day? Yeah. We need more housing. We should probably get actual housing blocks soon. Oh, then. Sick neighbors. Steward, this morning a house has been found walled off from the rest of its neighborhood. The inhabitants escaped after a while, but they found that local shops and amenities refused to service them. I don't know who did it, but it's for the best, I tell ya. Them people got all sort of bugs. The place is healthier without 'em, claimed a local pub owner. The latest spread of influenza has indeed hit the district hard, and people are on edge. Maybe we ought to define common rules for this to appease tensions. Commit to resolving the issue. I love how the housing districts get more dense as you expand them too. Ooh, what's that? Steward, some of the coal deposits in this district will soon run out. The stalwarts and the New Londoners believe they can use explosives to access deeper veins of coal. The Frostlanders say we should send children for missed ore in the tighter tunnels. Some did this as kids themselves in the abandoned mine outpost, and they survived unscathed. Should we support any of the ideas to extend the deposits? Should we send the kids to the mines, chat? Should we send the children to the mines? The children yearn for the mines. Oh, in fact, viewer poll time. Ara ara. Should we send the children to the mines, chat? You can vote. I don't see how long the poll has. Oh, there it is. Wait, it's 50-50? Oh, no. They've seen their last sunlight. Refresh. There's like an overlay. There should be an overlay like on, like in the stream window. If child labor worked back then, why can't it work in 2024? Well, it's not 2024. It's like 1917, actually. Anyways, I guess we're sending the children to the mines. That's the correct decision because it also pleases the pilgrims. This decision has horrifying results, which you will learn soon.
Children caught idling during school hours will be punished.
Woo! We have this now. Look at the houses they've built on the dreadnought. Anyways, we need to start frost breaking for oil. Yes, the children shall be the ones fueling the city. Hi, please keep racing. See your first time chatting. And as we can see, we only have one community here at the outpost, which is colonists. I can see the little start of the trail here. Neat. We also need housing for all of the people here. Which we should frost break down here for. They shall grow strong to hold the city if they survive. Yep. In the meantime, give me money. Frost breaking there is done. But we will need our extraction district here. And we will need these 3. So let's do it like this. Yeah, not quite. Let's do it like this. See you, Rowan. Yeah, you're up late as hell for a Scottish person. We don't need those prefabs yet. Oh, abandoned huts. Oh yeah, from the prologue. One event? Visions of our future, diverging ideas. Steward, everyone in New London is awaiting the moment when you get a steady supply of oil. So many fears would vanish, so many dreams made possible. But those dreams seem to be diverging. Stalwarts paint visions of an eternally warm New London, as warm as only the eldest among us remember. But pilgrims want to use this newfound power to reach out and settle remote places in the Frostland, making it our own. Anyways, let's go back to the Frostland. We have some scouts. We have 20 scouts. We need to invite more people. We can also connect these trails and get some coal too. Or we can start exploring the approach. Yeah, we need 10 teams to do that. Expand that district like that. Ah, that doesn't reach quite far enough through that to hit the one over there. Wait, what if I put it like here? But the real important part is sufficiently heating the food district. So let's put a heating hub there. Oh, we have research free. We want housing. Housing blocks. Do we want subsidized housing blocks? Or dense housing blocks? I like how there's different icons depending on which community is researching. Subsidized eats some heat stamps, but dense increases disease. Oh, Local Crusader, thank you for the follow. This is like genuinely a hard choice. I think we can just counter the disease with hospitals. I do want all do maintenance though. All do maintenance is way better. Right, the frost breaking is done there. Build an actual housing district here. And then we need to start frost breaking for food. Or how do we deal with food here? Yeah. Settlements. Colonies. Right, I guess I need to send them food. Yes. I thought diseases are susceptible to cold. Cold weakens your body's defenses against disease. So, infectious badge or supported quarantine? We are going to build a lot of housing soon, so we can actually do supported quarantine. Which significantly increases disease instead of just decreasing it a little and increasing tension. And tension is really bad, especially in the late game. But not really necessary right now. So let's do contagion prevention. Let's do the reasonable one. I'm gonna have to promise the New London or something. Your promises are all bad. I hate you. Fine, we'll research Blast Foundry.
The delegates have spoken.
Yeah, disease isn't just contagious illnesses. The children want to rise up. All right, we can activate this again.
Of the city, your council has voted.
Anyways, now we have like a big ass housing crisis. I forgot just how much that increases housing. Please get those housing blocks. Please. We're also going to need more food districts. Oh, here it is. Fire in the shaft. Steward, a fire has broken out in our coal mine. If we don't react, we'll lose the mine along with the deposit. Some of the stalwarts engaged in the rescue effort insist we can still save the mine by cutting off the air supply to the shaft and suffocating the flames. But some of the child miners are still making their way out. It'll suffocate them too. Ooh, Journey Woo, thank you for the follow. If we run out of coal, the whole city will freeze. We'll save the deposit. Some child miners will die. Or the child miners will be saved. The dust mine will be destroyed and the district's remaining coal reduced by 50%. Throw the children in, they can put it out. Well, who told them to be child miners? You did, chat. The children yearned for the mines. They understood their risk. The children complain if you save them? Yes. Yes, because it's obviously the right decision to sacrifice them. But we could have just like not put children in the mine in the first place, chat. Wait, my brother's in there. 112 children suffocated. Oh, hell yeah, mass graveyard. Yeah, I'm going to try for good ending, but that was the correct choice there anyways, because it made the pilgrims less pissed off at me. The pilgrims approve of you suffocating their children. Actually, they're really upset now about the children dying. In several thousand years, the children will be cold. The cycle of life continues. Oh, it got colder. Ooh, fuck. Okay. Overdrive time. Time to build that second extraction district. We can worry about food later. Oh, right. This is shelter from the wind. Okay. We should probably build housing down there. You can make more children. They like a reusable fuel. Oh, God. Grabbing VV to increase children. Of course you would say that, Ree. I wouldn't expect anything else from you. Let's go like some distance that way and some distance this way. Oh my god, Alchemist. Now we can actually turn the generator on here. We need to transfer oil output. We don't have quite enough yet. Top all the children. Jesus Christ, chat. Oh, this isn't at full efficiency. Okay. Some people froze to death because we don't have like enough shelter. Oof. I didn't really want to build another housing district yet, but we might want to. Is this the last autumn DLC because we're seizing the means of reproduction? Oh my fucking god. And we need that extra food. We need it real bad. This marks my stream. Thank you for reminding me to hydrate and do a big stretch. Let's get... At the very least, the population of settlements doesn't grow on its own. So once we satisfy their needs, we can just leave it. If you're homeless, go work in the mines. We lost good mines, throw children into mines. We need more heat stamps. Deaths due to cold, yes. We need more heat stamps. Keep frost breaking for that oil. Sacrificing the children when times are tough is not the best way, chat. So this is the last Factorio Space Age planet. Anyways, I'm doing that to get more housing space. Supporting quarantine was a mistake. Mandatory crowding or merit-based housing? Or workers' village or workforce dormitory? Noticing a troubling lack of geodesic domes and other surface. Yeah. I mean, the city was built in the 1800s starting off, and it's only 1917 now, so. Do we have laws for outsiders? Not yet. Should we do mandatory crowding to fix our housing crisis? Or merit-based housing? Cramp everyone together. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, let's do mandatory crowding for now. We can finally build housing blocks, though. That Star experimental word does to be sort of weird. It's the late 18th century news. Does this game have human sacrifice? Well, I mean, we just suffocated a bunch of children in the mine to save the mine, so. We need more workforce for that.
Please exercise caution, even in quarantine. One illness does not make you invulnerable to others.
Lucy didn't come home from the mine. The last time I got proper cold, I gave her my gloves. We huddled together. Mum didn't make it. I lost my hands to the frost. But Lucy was always strong. She took care of me then, worked 2 jobs, boxed in the arena, a real fighter at 13. She would have given herself to save that mine any day. Thanks to her, it's not proper cold, but how can I go on without her? Imagining a stalwart demanding anti-immigrant legislation to keep out Zimbabwean pips. I love the little human stories to remind you that, like, yeah, you're actually, like, killing people when you do shit like this. And an extraction district there for the other oil deposits. Yeah, this is basically infinite. There is a law to eat corpses. It's a while before you unlock it, but it does exist. Whoa, that's a lot of heat demand from that one district. Oh, because, yeah, the temperature dropped. Our cold is going down. Oh, we need to do something about crime. We have net food production again. Woohoo! Reduce heating in the poor district so we can put more children to work. Survival. Oh, we never did food additives. Or durable goods. Durable goods. I have too many fucking promises. You know what? Chat, vote for this for me, please. Please vote for this for me.
The proposed law has been approved.
Oh, I didn't get any viewer votes. I guess it didn't work. I wonder why that didn't work. Interesting. But yeah, that reduced our goods demand a lot. Yeah, it said it should allow me to use that to enable it, but I guess I misunderstood. I'm not sure. Oh, right. We need to keep exploring. The graveyard. Gold is minor and diminishing. We really need more materials. Mandatory crowding, which we didn't really need at that point. All right, waste seat conversion. Yeah, heat overclocking. Oh wait, I was supposed to do blast foundry. Fuck. And we'll do it in time. I need to build a dust coal mine because that's about to run out of stuff. Do that to get our workforce back.
Stuart.
Please mobilize your enforcers to crack down on crime because it's growing. And because that was a stalwart faction action, increases the size of the stalwart faction. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream here, actually, I think. Because I have my birthday stream tomorrow, and I should get some rest. I should go to bed early. Wait, it gave me the option to vote in my own council. What? Why am I seeing that? Wait, it gave me the option to vote in my own council. What? Why am I seeing that? All right, who are we going to raid? Yeah, my birthday is tomorrow, and I'll be doing a very special stream. I'm going to be playing Dawn of War with a bunch of other VTubers, and then the day after that, I'm going to be playing Halo 3 with even more VTubers. Straight orange is orange. Anyways, if you didn't know I have a Discord, you should join it. Here's the link. Good night, everybody.